All right, so we're finishing up the computer science question again. How many methods are we doing? Constructor, and how many methods?
2.
So again, the key thing that you have to remember is that these were given to you. And just as a reminder, this is always like if you guys mess up once, you guys are pretty good about not making that same mistake twice. They give it to you. The trick here was you needed to make them private. All objects, all global objects and global variables are private, okay? I believe though during this year, I believe we cut them some slack. So if you didn't have a private, then I believe you got the points still, as long as you included it. Okay, so if you did include it, go ahead and give yourself the point because I think we did that. So public trio, sandwich A, salad B, drink C. So what we did is we instantiated the object. It doesn't matter what these are. I don't care if it is a cheeseburger or whatever. The sandwich has been, and every menu item has a get name and a get price. So we're going to do the trio get name. Public. Okay, and this, so this, what's it called? It returns a price, okay? Public string, get name, okay? And what it does is this, it returns, okay? So what does it say? Sandwich dot get name. You don't know what the sandwich's name is. It can be anything. Remember, this is supposed to work for any menu item. Sandwich.getName plus, and believe it or not, this mattered. You needed to do this. Plus salad.getName plus sorry, let me see. Is it shifting over? Is it going over a little bit? Okay. Plus drink dot get name and then plus space trio. Okay, they weren't case sensitive on the trio or whatever. Okay, I don't believe so. Right, so that's all this one did. Okay, so what you did is this would get the name, the salad, and the drink trio. Okay, these, it even tells you that it includes it here. You need to have these and then followed by a space and trio. So that's what we were looking for. What we had some people do is they did an underscore to indicate the space. That was fine, but we kind of had an idea of what they were doing. So that was the get name. All right, so now this one, public get price. Okay, now what do we know about the get price? Okay, a lot of people like to make this one harder than it actually is. You had to get all three. Okay, you had to get the price of all three. The lowest itemed one was free, right? This is one return statement. Okay, so whoa. Okay, so public get price. Oh, sorry, was it a double, guys?
Yeah, it was a double.
Return the value.
Double get price. Hold on 1 second. All right, so here we go. Now, public double get price. So what we're going to do now is this, okay? Return sandwich dot get name. I'm sorry, get price. Plus salad dot get price. Plus, and I'm just going to go enter, drink dot get price. Okay, so this will add up all three. Then we're going to subtract it. We're going to subtract the lowest item. Now, some people do a for loop to try to figure out if it's the smallest, do a temporary variable. If this is the smallest, no, guys, think smart, not hard. Okay, math.min. And we will do I'm just going to put S. dot get price for the first parameter, and in the second parameter, math dot min salad dot GP and drink dot GP. Okay. So what this is doing, this will find the minimum price between these two, and then it will find the minimum price between these two, and then it will subtract it from the total, and that will get you your price. Okay. That is the easiest way to do it. Literally one line of code. How many of you tried doing this with a for loop? Okay. Any other ways? Anybody else do it a different way? Because I know all of you didn't think of this way.
Use like if statements,
Okay.
the lowest, and compare it to like.
What do you use, Dylan?
I just basically said that like if the drink price is lower than both the sandwich price and the salad price, then just only return the sandwich and the salad, and I did that for all three, minus the last one, which I just returned the default.
So 3 if statement. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. And what about you, Alex? Same way? No. That's a good way of doing it as well. Do you see how clever this way is, though? Okay. Who else? Logan, how'd you do it?
I created a temporary variable. I
What did
created
you-
an array and array.sort
You created an array
and arrays.sort.
and did what?
Arrays.sort, and then you return the last two. in the array.
No crap. Really? That's clever. I like that. Did you remember to put in parentheses or in component, or did you remember to put in comments importing the arrays class?
No.
You have to do that. They won't give you credit. Okay, so you have to put something in there that they know that you, so you have to do something that says, assume I have imported the arrays class. Okay, it's not going to get you, you wouldn't be marked off, but like I've seen some people get it and some people who don't know what it is. So it's like, oh, they made up arrays, whatever. When you say assume you've imported the arrays class, that kind of even tells an idiot, okay, this person, all right, I didn't even know this class existed. Okay, so I like that. That's a clever way, Logan. I really like that. I've never even thought about it that way. Okay, kudos to you. You get an extra bonus point. I don't give bonus points, so but imagine if I did, you would get one. All right, so I like it though. Kudos to you. I'm gonna bring that up in my next class. Anybody else do it a different way? Yeah, Ian.
I just did I did kind of what Logan did, but I just sorted it with for loops. And I printed it out.
That's okay. Okay, look, but the good thing is, here's my question. How many of you got it wrong? Be honest. Maybe you missed a minus, you forgot to do something. How many of you got it wrong? Because here's the thing that you have to remember, guys. This gets you a point. All of this does too. So like I said, let's say you knew how to do nothing with it. Okay, you didn't even know. You were rushing. You only had 6 minutes left. If you just knew how to do all of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you got 6 out of 9 points just by knowing the structure of an interface. That's not bad, is it? Okay. Now, while I dabble on my delicious last piece of orange chicken, I want you guys to open up a new project. Delicious. Orange chicken, you are so good. You are like my favorite food. Orange chicken comes with rice. Orange chicken twice as nice. All right. I'm going to name mine abstract classes. Okay. Do not just name it abstract. Okay. And along with static, guys, this is the last thing we are learning for this semester. Please make all electronic gift cards available to me. Okay, thank you. All right, so abstract classes, all right? Now, believe it or not, I'm gonna get rid of this. I have it in Trio, I can reopen them, okay? These can be a pain in the ass, okay? I'm going to make a new class only, okay? Actually, you know what, make 2 classes. I'm gonna say AB, or I'm gonna make something called actor, okay? And then I'm going to make a new class called, what's it called? Tester, okay? I'll have a tester class here with the main method. Orange chicken, you're so good. You are my favorite food. Okay. All right, so here we go. Ready, guys? Let's get started. All right. Abstract classes, okay? Abstract classes are probably more useful in a way than interfaces, okay? Abstract classes are classes. Now, what is the one rule in terms of object creation? What is the one rule that we know about? What is the one rule we know about interfaces? Alex, in terms of object creation, what can we not do?
Create objects.
Bingo, we cannot create objects. So, and interfaces, we just have the signature, correct? Right? Now, the other thing is we have, what's it called? Abstract classes. Abstract classes is the class's answer for an interface, okay? And you'll start to see that it's pretty useful. Now, let's say we have actor in general, okay? Let's say we have, did you yawn, Thanos?
No, I
Yeah,
would
you
never.
did.
I would never.
You cheeky punk. All right. Okay, so, okay. Okay, what we're gonna do right now is this, okay? I want you to create a name and an age for an actor. Go ahead and make your global variables. Okay. Now what I want you to do, go ahead and make a constructor.
You don't need to make them private or no?
Yeah, well, you know, yeah. Really? Come on. You guys know I'll catch that. Come on, let's not waste time with that. Okay, I just need you guys to make a constructor. And I'll shrink this down a little bit for more room. Perfect. Okay. Okay, now, all right. So we have our, okay, we have our actors. What would it be appropriate to make getters?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's make getters, okay? Go ahead and make your getters, guys. Public string, sorry. Okay, return age. All right, so now, okay, this is very vague, right? This is very, very vague, okay? Now, the reason we kept it vague, we want it to be vague. Now, when we're talking about, let's say we're talking about an actor. Are there different types of actors?
Yes.
Do we have TV actors?
Yes.
Do we have movie actors?
Yep.
Do we have stage actors?
Yeah.
Okay. So local actors, historical war actors, those are terrible, but whatever. But they're still actors. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a method right off the bat. Okay. And what we will do is we will say public string actor type. Okay. All right. So let's start here. Movie actors. Okay. So everybody hands off the computers. Check me out for a second. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate it. Extra imaginary bonus point for you. All right. So now, okay, actors. Every actor that you can think of, doesn't matter, boy, girl, okay, any race, doesn't matter. Do they usually have a name?
Yeah.
Do they have an age?
Yep.
Yes, they do. Okay. Pretty vague, right? Okay. But then what happens? Let's say, so actor right now is probably in its most vague form, right? And you have a type of actor. What is the only thing that could probably change?
The age and maybe name.
Nope. That we would want, okay, put it this way, that we would want to override.
The actor type.
The actor type, okay? Everything else should be status quo in every other single type of actor, correct? These are all necessities, correct? Okay, so, but the actor type, while it is not a necessity, okay, it is something we need. Let's say we're categorizing people. We need, if you're gonna inherit from me, you get the name, you get the age, but I need to know what type of actor you are, okay? That is first and foremost. So like with an interface, if you're using the automatic engine interface, you need to use drive, reverse, neutral, park. You need to have a gas pedal and you need to have a steering wheel. If you're going to use my actor type, go ahead and inherit everything you want, but you need to fill out what type of actor type you are going to be. This is where abstract comes into play. Maybe we don't want to use an interface. This is where abstract comes in, okay? So abstract, what happens right now, this is more important, okay? I'm just gonna cut this for right now, okay? So right now, everything looks good. So if I were to say actor A equals new actor, and I'll say John and 21, okay? Everything looks good, right? So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to add abstract. And now I've got an error. Once you make a class abstract, you can, it carries on the principles of an interface. You no longer can make an object out of it. It is purposely vague because they want you to inherit it and tailor it to your own, okay? So abstract is basically like saying, look, I'm gonna give you the basics of what's in this. This is just the bare necessities, okay? And but however, I'm gonna include some other things that you're gonna need that I may not know in the actor type, okay? Or in the actor class. Like, for example, we said all 3 types of actors there are. There's obviously more, okay? We got the in common. They're gonna have a name, they're gonna have an age, okay? And we're gonna because we're gonna do some other stuff based on what type of actor you are. You need to tell me, if you're into using me, you're gonna need to tell me what type of actor you are, okay? So when a class is, the minute we make a class abstract, okay, you can no longer make an object out of it, okay? Now, abstract methods, on the other hand, okay, they have a similarity with interfaces, okay? So I'm gonna paste this, public string actor type, but I'm going to add the word abstract next to it. Okay, then I'm going to save it. Okay, public string actor type. Whoops, is it? There we go. Yeah. Notice that it is the same as what? A method and an interface. Okay. Rule number one. Okay, rule number one. Let me stop sharing for a second. Okay, rule number one. If the class is abstract, you cannot make an object out of it. Rule number two. If a method is abstract, the class also has to be abstract. If the class is abstract, the method doesn't necessarily need to be abstract. Let me go over that, okay, before I repeat it. Okay. If this method, if I give you this method, you 100% know that the class that it is in is abstract. So if the method is abstract, the class is abstract. If the class is abstract, methods aren't necessarily abstract. Is getAge abstract? Is getName abstract? So just because you have an abstract class doesn't mean that every method is abstract. You can have only some methods be abstract. I have getters. Getters are important because our variables are going to be private. Also because we have set this up to be used only in an inheritance format, you kind of need to have getters. This is a common thing that I see people doing. You can't do that. The minute you make a method abstract, what you are basically saying is this. So right here, you're basically saying when you inherit from me, yeah, you know, you gotta use super, you gotta create your own constructor. You're gonna inherit these, you're gonna inherit these, you're gonna inherit this, and you need to fill it out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to extend it, okay? So I'm gonna say class, we'll call this movie actor, extends actor, okay? You'll notice that I get an error, very similar, okay, to the, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to create private string actor type, okay? And then what I'm going to do is this, okay? I'm going to say, so if this is a movie actor, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to say public actor string name int age, and in this case I'm going to say string MA. What do you think MA is short for?
Movie actor.
Thank you. So I'm going to say super name age, and I'll say this dot actor type equals MA. Okay, done. All right. Oh, sorry, movie actor. I was wondering why I was getting an error. Okay. So now the thing is this. All right. So I said hold on. Okay. So I have, this is all good. Notice there's still an error Notice that it gives you the same output as when you hover your mouse over an interface. Add on implemented methods. Okay, but notice this. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Notice what is now excluded. What word is not there? Also a big thing.
Abstract.
Okay, abstract. Abstract is here because they want you to fill it in. When you get down here, it's no longer abstract. Okay, so now I can just say return movie actor. Okay, or I can even say get actor if I want to. Get. That makes more sense. Okay, because it forces me to make movie get. It forces me to make a getter for this. Okay, there we go. Right, return movie actor or actor type. Sorry. All right. Okay, so this is what it's done now. Okay, I've been forced to fill it in. All right. Now, if I go to my class, I go to my tester class, and I say movie actor A, oops, movie actor emoji, movie actor A equals new movie actor Susan or Sue 22 stage. Okay. All right, so there we go. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Let me move it over. Okay. All right. This is perfectly legal. I have inherited the three, or now basically I have three variables. Okay. I've inherited the constructor, and I have three methods: get name, get age, and get actor type. Okay. This is how an abstract class works. Okay. Again, this is the classes version of an interface. Okay. Now, you will never be required on the AP to write an abstract class. Okay. You will never be required to write one. Okay. In here, you will. And the reason why is because in real life, abstract classes really are used all the time. Interfaces on occasion, abstract is used a lot. Even in Python, it's used a lot. Okay, well, Python's version of abstract. Okay, it is used a lot. Okay, hold on, Uma, real quick. Let me just go over the rules again. Okay, 1, if the class is abstract, you can't make an object out of it. Rule number 2, if the method is abstract, the class that it is in is abstract. If you have a class that is abstract, not all the methods have to be abstract. Okay? And rule number 3, we use abstraction for the purposes of setting something up for inheritance. You can extend an abstract class and an interface. That's perfectly legal. Okay? An abstract class can implement an interface as well. That's also legal. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. So if I had an interface here, there would be nothing wrong with that. Okay? I would have to fill that in here. Okay? But let's take a look at something. I'm going to create an interface really quickly. Okay? Okay, I'm going to call it demo. Okay? And in demo, I'm just going to say public string toString. Okay. Implements demo. Okay, take a look. So I have abstract, oops, where is it? Okay, abstract class, oh, that's not two string two. Okay. So take a look what happens, okay? All right. If I implement demo, if an abstract class implements demo, I do not have to fill it in the abstract class, okay? It acts as a abstract method that has been brought in for you to fill out later, okay? Let me repeat that. When I have an interface, I implement an interface, public string two, okay? It will not show up here. It's basically, you have to imagine it like it converted it to this. So it's added it to its arsenal and it has basically made it that, okay? That is what it did, all right? It does not want you to fill it out in here, okay? So take a look. Oopsie. Can I? Okay. Am I allowed to? Yeah. But if I leave it blank, it passes on its abstraction. You won't see this. One, in real world programming, two, on the AP. You might see it on one of my exams. I have a couple questions, okay? But to not confuse you, just so you know, I'm probably gonna leave it in this format to make sure that you guys remember, okay, if I'm implementing demo, okay, and I don't fill it in, its abstraction, it's basically its abstractness carries over to the inherited class. Okay. All right. So that is, in a nutshell, abstraction. Okay. As you can see, it's not, you know, there's a lot of moving parts to it, but it's not difficult. The key thing that you have to remember about an abstract class as compared to an interface is that an abstract class is a class. It still has global variables. It can have regular other methods. It's just you're designing it to be as vague as possible so that it can be inherited. Okay? I notice I'm doing a lot of talking with my hands today. I don't know why. Okay? So, okay. All right, I don't know what that was, Ian, but you're kind of scaring me. Okay, all right. Ah, I'm not a vampire, you moron. All right, okay, so that being said, we have time. Again, this is one of the last thing we'll cover tomorrow. Do we even meet tomorrow?
No, we don't.
So the last thing we'll meet, or when we talk on Friday, is we'll end the week with just an easy lesson on static. You'll have a quiz on abstract, and static will be like a 15 to 20-minute lesson. Okay. All right. Questions. And guys, we have the time. Please ask them. Uma.
Okay, so for earlier, I was a little confused. Were you saying that if a class is abstract, all the methods within it can be abstract?
So they can, so they don't have to be necessarily.
But they can be.
They can be if you want to. For example, a get name and a get age, there would be, you couldn't make those static. Because when you inherit it, you lose access to the variable.
Right, okay.
So certain variables, do you see how that makes sense? Like there's certain things we just can't make. It's not that you can't, you wouldn't want to make them.
Were you also saying, were you also saying earlier that like you can't have an abstract method unless the class is abstract?
So let's say I gave you a class, hint for a quiz. Let's say I gave you this signature here, public abstract string get, and I said, is the class abstract, yes or no?
I mean, yeah.
If a method is abstract 100% of the time, the class is abstract.
Okay. Okay.
Let's say I gave you this. Is the class abstract?
No, it doesn't have to be.
You don't know. It could be, it couldn't be.
Okay.
You don't have enough information to tell.
Okay, so like for, just to repeat back, so like for an abstract method, you can't have that without an abstract class.
Bingo.
But,
If it's abstract, it is in an abstract class.
okay, that was like one of my main questions. Okay.
But again, it is a class. You can have other methods that are not
Inside of it. Yeah. Okay.
Thanos, you had a question.
I didn't.
Okay. Who else had a question? Ian.
So you're not going to be gone on Friday, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
here.
okay.
Anyone else? Henry, do you understand it?
I think I do.
Okay. Do you think you do? There is no think, only yes.
What?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I know. Well, you've had me for 2 years, Henry. When have I ever made sense?
That is a good point.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Lance, you good? Hal Logan, you good? Are you guys kind of starting to see the similarities with an interface? Okay, good. All right, perfect. So I will post your homework online. It will be, I can't remember what chapter. Let me see what chapter it is. Your homework? Oh, now it's party. Sorry. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a guy who had bollocks? Come on. All right, that's weird. The link's not working. I woke up in beast mode. My name is Marty Mode. What? What did you say about my mom?
Is this what your neighbors hear next door?
My neighbors love me. I think so, at least. All right, I will come up with something, an abstract. I don't like, but it doesn't really look like the textbook has anything on abstract. I will come up with a couple of abstract questions for you guys to fill out tonight, and that will be your homework. Make sure you guys review this if you have any questions. But that's class for today. Anybody else? Okay, do you guys feel like, give me a thumbs up. You feel like you got this down, interfaces and abstract? It isn't too difficult, is it? This is the benefit of having a kick-ass teacher, okay? All right, so toot my own horn. Just kidding. All right, so, and remember, all gifts and gift cards can go directly to me. Okay, thank you. So
You take PayPal?
I do take PayPal, not for quizzes or tests, though. That's on the record. Okay, I will talk to you guys. Nice try, Will. All right, okay, I will talk to you guys later.